What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to Reality Pill. Today, we are going to react to another Kevin Samuels video. Before we get into it, make sure you guys like and subscribe.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good. Do you have any children?
Yes, I have two twin boys.
Two. So you got 4 kids?
No, I'm sorry. I have two boys. They're twins.
Okay. Were you married to their father?
No,
Okay.
I am not.
How old are you?
I'm 25 years old. I'll be 26 next month.
Oh, how old are your boys?
They're 7 years old.
You got pregnant at 18.
Yes.
All right. So what's the question you have for me?
I heard you say earlier that my chances of getting a high value man are kind of slim to none because I have kids.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't agree, but I agree. But like,
Okay. Okay. How many high value men are trying to marry you right now?
none, because I haven't even ran into any, but that's what I'm looking for.
Okay. So how can you say you don't agree? What are you basing it on?
I mean, I'm sorry, what was that?
What are you basing your disagreement with me on?
Because I feel like I can still meet someone that's high value.
Yes, you can meet them.
Mm-hmm.
See, you notice how you ladies, you all talk in these things called feelings.
Mm-hmm.
I feel. See, men don't feel. We think and we know.
Okay.
You can, first off, you're saying you disagree with me. And then
Let me take that back because
listen. You say
okay.
you don't well, that's what you say. You say you disagree with me. Then in the next breath, you say you don't know any high value men. And I know they're my clients. And I've been dealing with them in my entire career, and I am one. So I have an entire group full of them. Who is more qualified to discuss high value men? Your feelings or my lived experience and knowledge?
Most likely you.
Most likely.
Yes.
Most likely?
It's you.
Why do black women have such a hard time just saying you know something, brother? All right.
That's a very good point. Can't just give them the credit. But yeah, I can't believe this is how we're starting off the conversation. This woman is coming in the show telling Kevin that I don't agree with your message. And typically, people would just go with their own anecdotal experience. Well, guess what, Kevin? I know a woman around town and she got married having 5 different children and she married a man making over $500,000 a year. What do you have to say about that? Or I've done it myself. This woman doesn't know anyone who's done it. This woman hasn't done it herself, but she's disagreeing with him and saying, I disagree with you. For what? Because she feels like she can go find a high value man. How does it doesn't even make any sense. 0 sense. For you to even disagree with someone, at least come in with an anecdotal experience. Something you've seen or something you've actually done yourself. But her feelings, even though she hasn't done it yet, her feelings are the reason why she disagrees with him and doesn't believe this is true.
But then you're still saying, I feel like I can meet them. Okay. Why do you want a high value man?
Because they're more stable. I'm only 25, so I deal with people, boys my age. So they're not stable yet.
You want their money.
Yes.
Right. Okay, that's cool.
Yes.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'3".
What dress size?
A 7.
That's odd. And how much did you weigh last time you weighed?
130.
And if you had to rank yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, your face only, can't use 7, what would you be?
I'd say an 8.
Okay, cam up. You know what? You know
okay,
what?
we can cam up.
You know,
can cam up.
You can cam up. Go ahead. Because here's the thing. What are you doing? Are you back there? You on the truck somewhere?
No, I'm actually at work. So I don't. What? Can you go on my Instagram because I'm at work. I have my Mace mask on.
Yeah. What's your Instagram? Well, type it in. Let me. Here. Don't say it out loud. Let me.
Okay.
Let me open up the chat room, and then you can send it to me in the chat room.
Okay.
But let me just say this. Okay, you want a high value man because of money. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Okay, but what is he going to get from you? Mm-hmm.
Whatever he wants.
See, so again, listen to what you're saying. Kevin, I don't know any high value men in my day to day life. I've never met them, but I feel like I could get one because I can meet them. But when I meet them, I don't even know what they want, and so I don't even know what I can offer them.
That's true.
And at the end of the day, this desire for a high value man is selfish. It's all about you. It's because you want somebody to take care of you. And
That's exactly what it is. This woman doesn't really want to do anything. And at least, you're going into something trying to achieve something. Like, for example, let's just take this high value talk at school. If you really want something, you know that you would have to learn about this. You'd have to study. You'd even quiz yourself. You'd put yourself through a tedious regimen. You're consumed by this because you want this outcome. Women would do it for school, but when it comes to actually getting a man and getting those outcomes for the type of man they want, they won't do even half the work. They don't care about what he wants, and they don't care to figure it out. They just want the outcomes.
And then take care of your kids. Where their daddy at?
Their dad is around. He actually gets his kids a lot.
Well,
he's in their life.
But why weren't you guys married?
We were young and we just didn't work out.
Okay, but see, ma'am, that can't work. Does he have any other children?
No.
Is he married?
No.
Then you better go back to your ex-husband. Go back to your broken family. You are young.
No.
Okay, ma'am. Well, if you don't, ma'am, here's what you got. Nothing. You're 18 years old. You didn't go to college. Mm-hmm. You have nothing. You have no skills. At best, you might be cute.
Well, I work.
Oh, listen. See, you called me. Mm-hmm. Then you want to tell me why I'm wrong, but I'm telling you, I run into women like you all the time. You may work. So what? Everybody works.
Right.
You're not rich. You're a high school graduate. Do you make $100,000 a year?
Half.
Okay. With 2 kids, you're broke.
Yeah, you're right.
I know. So you basically are telling a high value man who had to go out there and do all this stuff, hey, you can have sex with me and I'll do whatever you want. Take care of me and my kids. Okay. But you better be able to make that appealing. And what can you offer, ma'am? You weren't even married to a man. You have no history of taking care of a man. Y'all talk about high value men like they're a pair of shoes. And when I say go back to your ex, you say no. Well, ma'am, you made babies with him.
Yeah, but I was young. I feel like that's not fair. I was very young. We all make mistakes.
What? Man, I feel like that's not fair. We all make mistakes. To the 2 children that are going to grow up and sadly have to watch this, apologies in advance. Apologies in advance. This is absolutely ridiculous. I feel like that's not fair. Okay.
That was pathetic.
Say that again.
I said, I feel like that's not fair because we all make mistakes. and I was young, and now I'm older.
You're 25 years old, and you feel like that's not fair. Ma'am, you sound like a...
What?
Bitch, if you want a burger,
Get your burger.
eat a burger. Bitch, if you
Yeah.
want a french fry,
Get your french
get
fry.
a french fry.
I mean, seriously, ma'am. I feel like that's not fair. That's not something an adult says. See, you made a you better okay. What does your ex do? That's what I thought. Uh-huh. See, guys, what does your ex do?
He works at GM.
GM. And what's so bad about him?
It's a lot inner issues like with him. Like he's just angry. He can get abusive.
Uh-huh. But you had 2 babies with him.
Yes, and that was before I was young.
Okay, you're still young, ma'am. You're still young, ma'am. Here's the thing.
I know.
You're still young, and obviously your father's not in your life.
He is, but he's not. Yeah,
no, he's not.
He could be in my life more.
Well, he's not in your life to the where do you listen to anybody?
Right.
So, I'm trying to be as nice as possible, man, but high value men are not an insurance policy. They're not a get out of jail free card.
Mm-hmm.
They're none of this stuff. I mean, I don't know if that's your IG. I don't see that. So twinning, you got nothing, young lady, because you had children. High value men, a man. You need a man, period. See, can I give you a hard truth?
Yeah.
You are in no position to be picky.
Because I have kids. I have a house. I own a house. I have a good job. I have a career.
Ma'am, what do you, okay, let's go down that path. What is your highest level of education?
It is high school. You said it earlier.
Okay. And the home you have, who purchased it?
Me.
How?
I was in a first time home buyer program.
You own your home outright.
I'm paying mortgage on it.
You don't own a home. How long is your mortgage?
30 years.
Right.
Exactly. So at any point in time, you don't pay that mortgage. From now until the 30 years, they are liable to take it back if you can't pay. So essentially, you don't own the home. That is a fact. Right? We can all agree to that, right? In the comment section, let me know that she doesn't own this home. This home has a mortgage. After she pays it off, she then owns it. That's hers after she pays it off. But let's even go back to our other point. If you have a home and this is so good and everything is so rainbows, sunshines, and butterflies, why haven't you found the high value man to move into said home? Since all these things are so appealing in your perspective, why hasn't the man that she wants accepted this deal?
And you've had it for how long?
I just got it, I think in September.
You don't own a home. You have a 30-year bill. Let's go on to the next thing. You said you have a car?
Yes, I have a car and a job.
Okay. What kind of car do you have?
A Jeep.
More specific, please. What year?
2019 Renegade.
And how much are your car payments?
$300.
And what do you do at your job?
I'm a mail handler. I work at the post office.
Right. You have a government job. You're the largest employers of Black women in the federal government and retail. you are suspect to be let go because the post office is in catastrophic trouble.
Mhm.
You have nothing. And they are in no position to be picky. See, this is one of the problems with our women. You think because you got a mortgage that you don't even have you can't afford to live, ma'am. You have no money saved up. You're just living paycheck to paycheck. You need a man to
Yeah.
help you not. And the thing is, you got too much attitude. You act like you're doing somebody a favor. I mean, this is not. It's not
I
fun.
don't think I have attitude.
Well, but here's the thing. I'm telling you, dude, and I'm trying to be polite for the audience because people can hear that I'm talking to a young lady who is
Yes.
very emotionally immature. It's like I'm talking to a high schooler. And oftentimes, when people have a trauma in their life, that's where they emotionally stop developing. You had your children, you got pregnant at 17,
Yes.
and that's probably where you stopped emotionally developing. And you have 2 boys you're raising. Your priority needs to be to make sure that they get a good start in life. I'm telling you, ma'am, you need a man, and their father's gonna be the best one, because here's the thing: you could be cute, you could be a side chick or whatever. Dudes will come by and hit it, but as far as wifing you up and putting a ring on it, no, ma'am, that's not gonna happen. You got all this debt. You got 2 growing boys, a 30-year mortgage, a car payment, and a job at the post office. Why would a high value man with a career and nothing but upside go buy that? That's just a big bill.
Even if he doesn't have to worry about the bills, I mean, okay, I understand.
He doesn't have to worry about bills either. See, what you're trying to do is trying to make your bad decisions work. And you had children at too young of an age. And that's the reality. I said, go back to your ex. And you're like, no. Well, he's the only one that has anything in this with you. And I'm going to be telling a lot of women this. You shouldn't have had kids with a dude you didn't want to marry. It ain't about you being happy, man. It's about you getting your life stable. Because let me tell you right now, if in 3 months they said we're closing down, we're shuttering postal because of COVID, because of this, because of that, because the post office has been in trouble for years.
Right.
What job could you get on the open market?
Nothing as good as this.
No, but I need you to answer that question.
I couldn't get a job.
What? Yeah, you could, but what jobs would you be qualified for?
Like Walmart, like grocery stores, food places.
And how much do they pay an hour?
I don't even know.
Ma'am,
12?
It's not. I mean, I'm doing this. It's not a laughing matter. Yeah. It's not a laughing matter. They pay minimum wage. Minimum wage is roughly, depending on where you are, minimum wage in this country is right about what state are you in?
New York.
Oh, Jesus. New York City?
No.
Upstate New York?
Yes.
Still, you are not in control of anything.
So what is your advice to me? Just
I've already given it to you.
I mean,
I've already given it to you.
So go be back with my kid's father.
Yeah, because it sounds like you're broke and he's broke. Y'all can be broke together and raise y'all's kids.
Man, Kevin is hilarious. Like, both of y'all broke. At least put some of that broke money together. Y'all may actually come up with something. But it's a good point. You can't have this much contempt and hatred for the person that you decided that you wanted to make a child with. Because if that was the case, then why bring a child into it? You guys just being married and just divorcing, okay, we still wouldn't want that, but at least that's something. You then bring a child into it. Come on.
Because honestly, ma'am, you think, okay, let's use your words. You think it's fair to go drop your messed up life on somebody else and let them pay your bills? That's not fair to anybody else.
I'm really not asking nobody.
Yes, you
pay my
are.
bills.
See, yes, you are. Those two boys are bills. Your mortgage is a bill.
And I've been handling it.
Okay, ma'am, you've already asked me, and I'm not going to argue with you. See, this is what I mean. You can't even accept it. This is.
I accept it. I hear what you're saying.
You messed up your life, lady, and I'm telling you, that's okay. Stop digging. Get out of your ego. Get out of your ego. You're talking like you're gorgeous, and you can just go.
I mean, no, I'm not.
I know.
Okay.
And you're talking about, I feel like I'm not gonna be a high value man. I don't know. I mean, that's why I say therapy is needed, because you're suffering from some self-imposed delusions. Get off social media. Stop all this young life living, because you got 2 kids at 18. You don't have time for this silliness.
And what are you talking about? The silliness?
Because the way you're talking, I mean, it's not fair, this or that. Look, ma'am, you got pregnant at 17. Sorry. That's your life. It's about getting those boys into their lives and making something out of the rest of it. I don't know why you picked the man you picked, but either you get him, because the way you're going right now, as soon as those boys are job age, you're gonna be having them boys out working. As soon as they 16 years old, you're gonna be like, you need to go get a job and pay some bills in this house. Oh, you didn't even say no, because you know I'm right.
Yeah, you probably are right.
What? What am I watching? I am flabbergasted right now. I am perplexed. I cannot believe what I'm watching right now. This woman is going to really sit here and say, yeah, you're probably right. I probably will tell my child as soon as he can work, whatever age that is, 15, 16, as soon as he's able to work, the closest age, he's going to go ahead and get a job, and he's going to be paying some of these bills with me. And that be the child, or those children will be the children that grows older and resent their mother. Oh, I've been working since I was 16. My mom always made me pay bills, but guess what happens? That mother accepts the bills for a little bit. She starts asking for more and more and more and more and more. The child is trying to sit there and say, I'm trying to save. I'm trying to enjoy myself. I want to be a teenager. I want to enjoy my money as a teenager. I'm making all these sacrifices. Then they get kicked out of the house at a young age. Then they're out in the world, figuring it all out, barely speaking to mom. Sad story. It's a sad story. It really is a sad story, because you see it over and over again. He goes on with his life. He has a wife. He has kids. He treats them differently. Everybody's worried about the mother now, because now she's lonely. She's crying. She's calling more. She's wondering why he isn't coming over. Partner after partner after partner. And then what? Like Kevin say, die alone. It's really sad.
And that's fucked up. You're gonna take their childhood from them. Let's go there. You're one of these kind of women that will make their kids feel guilty because you fucked your life up. You need to take care of your mama. I had you when I was listen.
My mom didn't make me do that.
I'm trying to be nice to you, lady, but you're just too far into it. Hello?
Can you hear me?
I can now. What's going on?
I'm great. How you doing?
All right. What did I get wrong?
I don't think that you did or said anything wrong. I made a comment that, some of us like the truth sugar coated, and some of us like the truth how you give it with hot sauce. So I think that is just, she wasn't really ready. She wasn't really ready for your response to her mindset. So,
Who are you talking about? The woman in the video?
the woman initially that that you had and you were talking
Oh
to
yeah.
counseling video.
Okay. Why do you think she wasn't ready for what I said?
Based on how you read her, she seems like she was the type of individual that a lot of people didn't really give her a reality check when it was needed.
If she was ugly, could she have gotten where she was in life?
I don't believe so.
That's why she wasn't ready for what I said.
I don't believe so. But if I may, I do have a question for you because I made a comment and the backlash that I got was kind of alarming. So I want to know your advice on this.
Okay.
All right. So in my past, I have been an individual that has been married, had relationships, and they did not work out simply because I wasn't willing to work anything out after um, their behaviors influenced my decision. Now, at this time, I am much more mature, understand. I made decisions out of being an emotional wreck, and I really wasn't in the right mental space. So I call myself leveling up now. At this time, I do have suitors and individuals that tries to court me, but I don't entertain them. My question would be, should I date while leveling up, or should I just wait till I get to the top and open up my eyes then?
When you say level up, what does that mean?
Well, it's just being more mature on the levels that I wasn't before. I realized I made a lot of mistakes because of my maturity level. I
No.
wasn't
When you
really
say you're leveling, you ask the question: should I date now while I'm leveling up, or should I wait till I've completely leveled up and then open the floodgates? What is leveling up?
leveling up to me. Okay, so where I am at this point in my life, I am on the verge of getting approved to open up my insurance agency.
Okay.
I don't want to, and that to me is huge. That's me leveling up financially, but also establishing myself.
Okay.
Um, I feel at the moment dating would be a distraction. So I want
Are
to,
you talking about for like State Farm Farmers or Allstate? Or are you talking about what?
well,
Prime.
State Farm.
Okay. And State Farm, are you captive?
I would be captive,
Yeah,
yes.
I've had my 7, my 6, my 63. So let me ask you, can white women do the same thing you're doing and still have a husband?
Can they do it? I don't.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I'll tell you what. I haven't seen many that
Oh, I
doesn't
have.
have a husband.
Yeah, I've seen plenty of white women who were married while they were leveling. After they leveled, when see the thing is, black women tend to think that um, you can put things in a box, while everybody else tends to be able to spin multiple plates. But let's go ahead and play it forward. Once you level up, what city are you in?
I will be in Chesapeake, Virginia.
Okay, Chesapeake, Virginia. And what's your goal annual income?
Ultimately, what's the time frame are you giving me right
Give me
now?
how old are you?
I'm 31.
4 years.
In 4 years, I plan to be making about 450K.
All right, and then you would want a man earning how much?
I would like a man earning, if not where I am.
And see, right there is where she's going to have problems. Because now she's asking for a man. She wants a man that earns what she earns, 450 or somewhere a little higher. So that's going to be, let's say, $500,000 a year. Now, is that $500,000 a year guy going to want her? That's the crazy part. Women's standards start to change based off how much money they make. And this is a world in which they think that they're going to pair with someone making that type of money. Listen, it just won't happen because she's leading with money and not the exact things that men are looking for, which are one, visual, and then two, submission.
Exceeding my income.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'2",
How much do you weigh?
130,
Best size?
6.
Okay, 5'2", 136. And your previous relationships did not work because it was kind of vague, but you weren't willing to do what? I couldn't really understand. It was almost as though it seemed like you didn't have patience for people or you didn't want to do something. What was the reasoning? It didn't work.
It's not necessarily didn't have patience. It's more so I will actually I will tell you what's bothering me, and I will
Mm-hmm.
give you time to correct the situation.
Mm-hmm.
I will communicate, but once I see that you're not trying to either understand me, communicate with me, or you shutting me out and you really don't care about me or what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying, then therefore I just match your energy. And
Okay.
it wasn't until I matched the energy that they
I get it.
wanted to.
Do you have any children?
I have 2.
Okay. And on a scale of 1 to 10, what would most people say you look like?
I would say a 9 to 10.
Okay. So you're telling me you're a woman who's either 9 or 10 in the face, dress size 6, and your goal is 450,000, so almost $500,000 in 4 years. Which, yes, in the chat room you can do that with insurance, definitely, especially if you own an agency. Yeah, I know you can. I mean, I know you can, especially if you start selling financial products. It's not just PNC. So I know, obviously I know. But you have 2 children, boy or girl, or both. What is it?
2 boys,
And the ages?
10
Mm-hmm.
and 1.
Same father?
No,
Were you married to either father?
no,
But you've been married?
I have.
Okay. You want to fill that in for me?
Uh,
Were you
well,
were you
after
married early?
after I had my first son, his father and I broke up like after he was 6 months,
Okay.
and I met my ex-husband 6 months after that. We were together for 8 years. We were married 5 of those 8 years. Got divorced and then hopped right back into a relationship and had another kid. And I realized a
Okay. So
cycle
let me
that
ask you.
was
So
going
let
on.
me ask you that the first child's father, is he alive?
He is.
Second child's father alive?
He is.
Are either of those men high earners?
They make under 100K. I would say
So they're
not
not
to
high.
my liking.
So they're not high earners. They're not high earners. Okay.
No,
So you had a child out of wedlock, married, then another child out of wedlock.
I did.
All right. And your ultimate question is all this leveling up. Should you date while you're leveling up, or should you wait till you get to the level and then open the floodgates?
Right.
Right. And the first thing she needs to do is put the bottle down. This is completely just insane. She's coming to the table with all these children. Then she's going to demand a man that's making over $500,000 a year to take care of her and those children. What is he going to get for that? See, women often will tell you what they want and what they expect, but what is that man supposed to expect? And if anyone is hearing this, don't you think asking for a man making over $500,000 or even a person to make over $500,000 a year to pick this one specific person and abide by all these rules and standards. But what does he get?
There's not going to be any floodgates.
Why do you say that?
You'll be 35 years old with a 6-year-old and a teenager, both by two lower earning men. Why would a man who's making $500,000 plus want to deal with that?
Why would he want to deal with it? I
Yeah.
think it just depends on the perspective that he's taking.
Well,
I don't have any.
give me the perspective that you think a man who's making $500,000 plus would take to choose to deal with that.
Well, see, I would say that I don't have any baby daddy drama, right?
Neither do women. Neither do women with no. Hold on. Neither do women with no children.
That is true, but
So,
I think based off the strength of
okay. So listen. I need you to understand. This is just going to slowly step through this. You have no baby daddy drama. Neither do women with no children who are your age and younger. Okay, so not having baby daddy drama is a given for men making $500,000 plus. We don't deal with baby daddy drama. We expect not to have it, but you have the babies. Are the men taking financial care of their children?
They are.
Fully.
Yes, when they have them.
Now, when they have them, are they on child support?
No.
Then you're expecting a man to come in and pay for other men's children. That's what you're asking.
Well,
Hold on, listen what you're asking. This is what you're asking. A $500,000 a year man to come in and put your children in a house big enough for you, your two boys, him. Are you planning on having any more children?
No.
So he doesn't even get a child from you. So he has to take care of two other men's, not one, two other men's children. And he has to come in and provide a bedroom for you, a bedroom for one boy, a bedroom for another. So that's 3 bedrooms, a guest room, so a 5-bedroom house that you will be working on, granted, but he still has to pay into that. He has to pay mortgage, light, utilities, all this for another man's children. Why are they not on child support paying for those boys?
They're not on child support because we all have an agreement. I pay for things.
I get it, but another man is not a part of that. And why would another man come in and see? This is what I mean. See, a lot of you ladies never think about it from a man's standpoint. It's all what you want. Why would I go out and make $500,000 a year to come into your situation with 2 boys? Let's just play it forward. Let's say it's somebody like myself. Would I be allowed to whoop the children?
You'll be allowed to whoop the kids.
Yeah.
No, you will be allowed to discipline them.
Hold on. No, okay. But would I have to put food on the table for the children?
Yes.
So I have all the responsibility of a biological father, but I can only discipline them. So do you think a child would be able to figure out that I'm basically, there are things I cannot do even though I have all the financial responsibility?
Do
you think a child would be able to figure out that stepdad can't whoop me? That's a yes, no question, ma'am.
They will figure it out.
Right. So stepdad can't whoop me. Stepdad can't whoop me. Mama ain't gonna give the stepdad a kid. The stepdad has to pay for me. Now, real dad don't have to pay anything for me, but stepdad has to pay like real dad does. Then stepdad has to interact with dad one, dad two, because those two men have children in stepdad's house. Are you starting to understand why there will be no floodgates? Why would a man who's making $500,000 plus a year volunteer for this duty? Because you're a 9 or a 10 in the face and you're a size 6? Let's say you're beautiful. Let's say you're just fall out fine, you're gorgeous. Let's say your pussy is like heaven. Then what?
See, I think that I'm not the individual that doesn't have anything to offer but a cute face.
What do you have to offer to overcome just those very few things I said? The man cannot discipline the children, so he has responsibility. Do you understand that no man wants to have children in his house from another man? Do you understand that?
I do understand that.
Do you understand that no man wants to have children in his house that he cannot control? Do you understand that?
I do understand.
Do you understand no man wants to have children in his house that he cannot discipline?
I do understand that.
Then why do you think whatever you have to bring to the table overcomes those three things that are extremely difficult, and we've only scratched the surface? There are 2 million more black women than black men. Why would a high-earning black man pick this? This is part of this level up stuff. This level up stuff has told you women that all you have to do is go to the bank of men and you could just put your ATM card in and get out of Henry. No, ma'am. You can't. That's why Shira and none of these other women can show you any receipts of women actually marrying well-to-do men. And talk about it.
Especially in large numbers. Even if you see one or two here, on a large scale, you're not going to see that. Because the thing about relationships is a lot of the times they really do have to be genuine. Some will slip through the cracks and obviously get together for insane reasons. But most of them have to go off of something. When there's no substance, when there's a motive, most men aren't just like so desperate they're making deals. Men out there that are actually working hard and trying to reach their fullest potential, they're obviously going to be wise men. So it's not just someone you think but a sucker is born every day. But still, all in all, on a larger scale.
It is. And the industry that I'm in and the relationships that I've built, the people that I'm around, this does happen. Now for me,
it happens for who? It happens for white women you see white women with 2 children by 2 different men getting a $500,000 man. You do?
You'll be surprised.
No, ma'am. Ma'am, do I sound like I don't know? Do I sound like I don't know about the insurance business?
No, what I'm saying is.
Do I sound like I don't know about the insurance business, ma'am?
No, you sound like you're very well-rounded.
So let's not play that game. Men who are at district level, who have their own agencies, who's making that kind of money, don't go wife a woman with 2 kids with 2 different men that they can't take care of. Ma'am, here's the scenario. You may be attractive, but you have a 1-year-old. Let me let you in on a secret. You've signed yourself up for 17 more years of single. 17 more years of side chick. I'm just going to give you the bottom line. 10 years, 1 year. I meet you for the first time. You look good. I want to kick it with you. But I look at your life and say, you got a 10-year-old, an ex-husband, and a 1-year-old. This woman makes terrible decisions. I'm not going to commingle my finances with you. And then especially when you run down the fact that I can't discipline these children, but you expect me to pay bills for these kids that these other guys ain't paying for? What fool do you think is going to do that? Because you work for State Farm? State Farm is not something that's going to do voodoo on somebody. You got 17 more years of single side chick. Guys will tell you stuff to get in your pants, but no one is rushing to meet a woman with 2 kids by 2 different men. I don't care what kind of money you're making. And that's the life you chose, man.
I definitely accept your perspective, and I ponder this. I really do, and
Well,
that's
I would
why
say,
for
I
me,
would say, I would say, you go look in the chat room or go ask. Do you know any men who are making $500,000 or more?
do I personally know them, or you want me to ask them in the
Do
chat
you
room?
do you no do you personally know any men who are business owners making $500,000 or more, or just $500,000 or more? Do you know any?
Yes, I do.
Okay, can you ask them if they'd want this?
Okay, see, my initial question was, should I entertain my suitors?
Yeah, you should
Maybe,
entertain your suitors.
maybe,
Are your suitors offering marriage?
yes. My suitors are offering marriage.
Mhm.
Let me take you and the kids out. Let me do this. I am not
Oh,
entertaining them
okay.
based
So
off
I
the
will tell you
fact
this:
that
if
I'm
they're
not
offering,
where I want to be.
if they're offering you marriage, when I say they're offering you marriage, hold on, listen. I want to be real clear what I'm saying, because I know what men say. As a man dropped to one knee and presented a ring and said, "Will you marry me in public?"
No.
Then it's bullshit. It's all a ploy to get more pussy. No offense, man, but that's what it is. They know what you want to hear. They know what you want to hear. But a man who's serious about this does not talk. Okay. What you're trying to get me to understand and accept is true is that a man who is serious about courting and suiting, making a woman his wife, talks to her about becoming a wife. No, that man actually courts her. That man actually goes out and buys a ring. That man plans a proposal and proposes in public, possibly using your sons to help him, to make sure this is on your finger to know that he's not playing any games, especially if he has the kind of money and resources, because he doesn't have time to play. Have you seen one of those in public?
I have not seen a ring in public, but
Then it don't
my thing is
matter.
this.
Then it does not matter, man. When it rises to this level in public, then we can talk. Until then, it's pissing in the wind.
But I'm not even entertaining them enough to know how far they would go
So
with
why are you
what
saying that they are
he
suited?
give
Okay,
me.
ma'am, if you're not entertaining them far enough, how can you say they're offering you marriage?
I have been offered marriage on many occasions by
How? How are they?
by
How
hold
are they
on,
offering you
by
marriage?
the individuals I've been in relationships with.
Who?
What
Okay,
and
ma'am,
this is
ma'am, ma'am,
after
ma'am, 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 ma'am. I'm just trying to understand who has offered you marriage and how did they do it?
three individuals that I was in a relationship with after my first son. One I married, and they offered me marriage by way of a ring and asking me
But
to
that's
marry
not
my
that. But that was the guy. Okay, 3 guys wanted to marry you, and you married one, right?
yes,
That was then. Since then, you've had another child. Who is
that is correct.
currently entertaining you, offering you marriage?
No one is offering me
Who is
marriage.
currently discussing marriage with you?
One individual that I stopped entertaining because he started to speak on marriage. I understand a
Whoa, 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 whoa,
position
whoa,
that
whoa, whoa,
I
man,
have
man,
placed
okay,
myself
hold on.
in.
All right, okay. One individual you stopped seeing brought up the subject of marriage. Is that what you're saying?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
And were you okay? Maybe we have different definitions of entertaining. Were you guys dating?
Eh, yeah, we were dating. I was entertaining
Ma'am,
his courtship, if you will.
ma'am, were you intimate?
Yes.
So a man that you were dating and were intimate with just float. How do you offer marriage or bring up the subject?
And discussion of our goals, planning, future.
And where was this
Quite
discussion?
often
Was it
he
over
would.
dinner? Was just as a night would like to?
This discussion was held more than once, a
Okay.
few times.
So like I
So
said, ma'am, like I said 5 minutes ago, you're dating a man, you're having sex with a man. He knows how to get a hold of you, and if you're serious about marrying you, he'd have produced a ring. He's just trying to keep his pocket pussy going. You can call it what you want to. But the way you're making this sound is you got all these suitors out here and all these guys, and I have to stop you to get you to be definite, to get you to tell the complete story. You got one guy who said it'll be nice to get married and we could get married, but he's not produced a ring. And I go back to what I said. When he drops to one knee and produces a ring, then you can talk about he's offering you marriage. He ain't offering you nothing. He's offering you compensation. You can make it seem like you're in charge of something and you are picking and choosing. There ain't nothing to pick from. And last thing, this was a guy that you were entertaining before you got married to the last one, right? This is a do-over, right?
which individual are you speaking
The one
about
you're talking about now that you're dating and entertaining. Is this a new guy or is this a guy you knew? Because you said you had 3 guys.
This guy, no, over my adult life thus far, 3 individuals have proposed marriage. I married one.
When you say they proposed marriage, okay. When you say hold on, you said they proposed marriage. Proposal to me means they dropped on one knee and produced a ring. Did all 3 men do that?
Not the last one.
Then they didn't propose. Then he did not propose marriage.
Okay, so are you saying that I should not entertain these individuals because there's no hope for a woman like me? Is that what you're saying? Because that's what I'm getting. Even if it is, because I'll say this: individuals of my standard and where I want to be in life, these individuals are, I would say, trying to court me, but I don't entertain them. I understand the position that I've placed myself in, being a single mom, being a mother of 2 boys from 2 different, fathers, and the age gap. I understand all of that. I understand that now. When these things were happening,
what is the question, man? Man, what is the question?
The question is, should I entertain these individuals?
Ma'am,
Or just wait until I get
ma'am, can you get paid on a deal that you don't have signed?
No.
Then you can't entertain payment. Ain't nobody offered a deal. Ain't nobody signed a deal with you. There's nothing to entertain. What are you talking about? You're using all these words like you in charge of something. There ain't no deal signed. There ain't no money coming. This is you're forecasting shit. You're forecasting. Let's get business. You're forecasting sales that you haven't closed. How about that? That clear enough for you? You're forecasting stuff you haven't closed. They just talking. Ooh, I sure would like to sign with you. Man, that insurance policy look good. Yeah, well, proposal look good. Yeah, come back to my office. Let's talk about it. Yeah, bring those donuts and coffee. Yeah, let's run through it again. Sign on the line. No. I went out to the signature part, but let's talk about it. Can you deposit that shit in the bank? No, because it has not been closed. I know what I'm talking about. And I told you at the beginning, no man that's a high value man who is going to take on making $500,000 more. Seriously gonna do this? Not with options, no. And the guy you talking about, is he making $500,000?
No, he's not.
How much is he making?
Right around 56, maybe.
Bish, you sat here and wasted my time for this, seriously, because I've been going down this path. I got men to do it. Get off my phone, lady. I need to see who you are. Go ahead. Tara,
Well, I'm a little nervous.
go
Please
ahead.
forgive me.
No problem.
So I don't have a problem, I don't think, getting high value men. I'm going to be completely transparent here, and I am going to ask, how do I maintain a relationship
Okay.
with a high value man?
How old are you?
I'm 32.
How many kids do you have? Any?
0.
All right. Well, I can kind of tell, but just how tall are you?
I'm 5'1".
Dress size?
I am between a 6 and an 8.
All right.
8, excuse me.
So what's the longest relationship you've ever had?
6 years, long distance.
What?
Well, 6 years. No. We were in the same state for 4 years, and then it dragged on for 2 more years.
Let me move you to the side because this is gonna hurt. Stop this long distance madness, people. One of the things I learned when I was in therapy is relationships imply you're close enough to relate. Your long distance relationships over an extended period of time are pointless. It's like it's a false sense of reality. If you're in the same city with somebody and you can see each other regularly, after the newness and the butterflies, when you just be over somebody's house on a Wednesday, they're not always dressed up. Sometimes them yoga pants come out, the mink lashes come off, and it's like, oh, okay, your breath actually does smell. But when you're on a long distance relationship, you're always getting off the plane or out of the car looking good, and it's all new. There's a clock on it. No, and honestly, it doesn't help you develop any real relational skills. So you asking, how can you keep a man? When was the last relationship you had?
Like 3 months, 2 months ago.
2 months ago. And did you guys were you guys intimate?
Yes, we were.
And who ended the relationship?
I did.
Why?
Because he was inconsistent and he fell short of my standards. So yeah, I just didn't want to do it.
He was inconsistent and he fell short of your standards. Inconsistent meaning what?
Inconsistent with communication.
Were you raised with your father?
Yes.
Your mother and father were married?
Yes, still married.
Inconsistent with communication meaning how?
Well, if a day goes by or a couple days go by and I don't hear from him, then that's a problem.
Were you guys monogamous and committed?
Yes.
Did you have that conversation?
Yes, we did.
No. That's where I'm going to jump in. Yes, no. Let's just be very clear. And here's the thing with a lot of women. If a man is doing that, clearly you really don't mean that much to him, or he's busy. There are other more important things than you. He has to attend, he has money to make, he has things to do, goals to accomplish. But you believe that he's just going to be chasing you down, trying to hit you up, trying to see what you're doing all the time when he has things to worry about and his purpose to worry about. Now, does that make any sense? And the other thing is, you were just something to get. That's it. That's all it was. So I guarantee this conversation really didn't happen. Or even if it did, clearly he's showing signs that this woman, she's not all cooked up as she makes herself seem. So she's not anything worth chasing or running down. It's clear.
I brought it up.
No, not brought it up. You had the conversation. Not brought it up. You had the conversation.
Yes.
And he affirmed that, yes, Tyra, me and you are a one-on-one item. I'm seeing no one else. You're my girl.
Yes, he asked me.
And you guys were together how long?
About 4 months.
And you're in the same city.
Yes.
And he would go a day or two without talking?
Yes, he would.
Okay. Why was it a problem?
Because he did it in a manipulative way, like a passive way, and it came across as playing games, as if he was waiting for me to reach out to him. And I don't play that. I'm going to chase you, and I don't play that game. So
I am woman, hear me roar, and
This is so funny. So this woman right here wants this man to hit her up at a certain time, a certain place every single day. What I find funny about this is when women start thinking like this, they permanently self-sabotage. So if she wakes up before him, like let's say she wakes up at 6 o'clock, she normally sends a text to him at 6:30 once she washes her face and brushes her teeth and collects herself. This man is probably waking up, let's say about 7:30. He's used to seeing a text from 6:30. If he wakes up and he doesn't see any text, he's like, "What? That's weird. She didn't text me." But maybe it's for a good reason, and he go about his day. He doesn't have time to sit there and have to worry about why you didn't text him. But then she purposely put it in her mind, well, I'm not going to text him at 6:30 today, and we're gonna play a game of let's see if he reaches out to me. You're already stepping in bad faith.
numbers too big to ignore. How's that working out for you, sis?
well, here we are. There were other reasons.
All right. But 2 or 3 days. And when you did contact him, I mean, because you kind of, the way you kind of look right now, you got that school teacher kind of disciplinarian vibe. Did you make more money than this man?
Yes.
There you go. That's why you're trying to bitch him. Because I'm going to tell you, you try to pull that with me, oh, I'm going to hurt your feelings. You don't tell me when I got to call you. I got shit to do. But if I commit to you and give you my word, that's enough. And if you can't trust that, see a therapist.
Mm.
Did you go into this interaction with this man in good faith?
Can you break that down? What do you?
I need to explain good faith.
No, I understand good faith.
Did you go into this relationship, or did you go into this with good faith? Expecting it to work?
I did.
Okay, so why did he need to call you every day? Why did he need to check in with the warden? He already committed to you, right?
Yes.
Right. He said, "You're my girl. I'm your man." Right. So why do you need to check in with you?
Because he wasn't doing it just because he was busy and handling business. He was doing it to get a reaction out of me more. Or
how do you know that? How do you know that?
Because he brought it up before when a day went by where we didn't communicate, and then when we did talk to each other, he said, "Oh, you didn't even call me. You didn't even text. You couldn't reach out to me." And yeah, so, and it was just a pattern was happening that I picked up on. And I know I'm not innocent. I'm not perfect.
I didn't say that, man. But let me get on to the next thing. You say you broke up because he was inconsistent and something else. He fell short. Fell short where?
Well, him being manipulative, and it was always tit for tat with him, and he was older than me.
So okay, how did he fall short, man?
Just by I canceled an out-of-state trip due to COVID.
Okay.
And I mentioned
I got other people going. I got other people. Shorten it up.
Okay. So we had that conversation, and he asked if we can go out, and I said, okay, well, we can go out on Friday. And he said, I can't. I'm going to Houston. So he mentioned earlier before I canceled my trip, that he had an issue with me going to Florida. So now he's going to Houston to visit his best friend. And
let me stop you right here, ma'am.
Yeah.
What I heard is he asked you if we could go out.
Yeah.
And your answer was what?
Yes.
No, it's not what you said. What exactly did you say?
Yes, we could go out Friday. I named the day.
Right. You're controlling. So let's flip this up. What makes this man a high value man if you made more money than him?
I didn't say he was.
No.
I said
Okay, well, that's the whole subject, ma'am, of high value men. That's the whole premise. You lose when you deal with a high value man. But I'll go down this path. High value men. Have you ever dated a man that made more money than you?
Yes.
Could you treat him this way?
No.
Exactly. And you're old enough to know that. So miss me with all this other BS about him falling short and this and that. You're a grown damn woman who picked a man who was making less than you because you're controlling. And it put you in a power position. Almost like that long distance relationship did. It allowed you therapy, ma'am. Therapy. Because the way women tell stories, it's always on the guys. But in a few simple questions, I've had you look yourself in the mirror and say, yeah, this is on you. You cannot do this with a man who has stuff to do, especially a higher value man. You can't talk to him this way. I don't talk to women. I don't talk to you every day. Are you out of your mind? The only way I talk to you every day is if you're my wife. You don't get to put those kind of restrictions on somebody that doesn't walk down the aisle. Where you get this from? Seriously, where do you get that from? Why do I have to check? Why does he have to check in with you every day and go out when you have time on Friday? So let me see if I can help you. Your long distance relationship for 4 or 6 years, however long, what's the deal with you about being close enough to a man and where you interact? Oh, better question is, when you dated a man that made more money than you, who ended it?
I did.
Why?
Well,
short
I
answer.
found out
Short
there was
answer.
cheating.
Short answer.
Cheating.
He was cheating on you. Were cheating on him?
No, he was cheating.
You guys were involved in a monogamous one-on-one committed relationship?
As far as I knew,
No,
he
no, no,
asked
no, no.
me as well.
No.
Yes.
You guys actually had the conversation.
Yes.
And you
Yes.
guys lived in the same city.
Yes, we did.
And how did you discover he was cheating?
Well,
Short answer.
through
Short answer.
like social media.
So you actually discovered he was cheating, or you were deduced he was cheating?
No, I discovered it.
Uh-huh. How?
I received a message from, and he was a divorcee. So
okay, I gotta get to the next person, ma'am.
I did receive a message
from who?
From someone I guess he was dealing with, the person.
All right.
He was dealing with.
And y'all long were you guys together?
About 8 months.
Okay, let's take down the path. He was cheating. Did you ask him why?
I believe at the time I did, yes.
You believe at the time? I think that would be pretty traumatic. What did he say?
Something about him having fears. Short answer, he was supposed to move where his ex-wife was and where his 2 kids are currently living. And
so, ma'am, short answer. You say you were involved with this man and he was cheating. You got this all intriguing message. Chaos. When you asked him, what did he say?
He was having second thoughts about having more children and being serious again.
Okay. Having second thoughts about being serious. All right. Mm-hmm. Where are the children coming into play? You guys weren't married.
Right.
Why are children,
we discussed I did ask him if he wanted more children, because that is a goal of mine.
Right. So let me go ahead and filter this for the rest of the audience. She put a lot of demands on this man that he wasn't ready for. And he was probably seeking for a release or an out. Maybe he was making more money, but he doesn't sound like he was the direct guy, because as soon as he realized that she was too much for him to handle, he should have cut it off. Mm-hmm. Ma'am, you're not innocent in any of this. Therapy, because it sounds like you have a thing with control. Mm-hmm. Have you ever heard that before?
Yes, actually I have.
Okay, then what's it going to take for you to act on it?
Me accepting the truth, seeking help, and
because here's the thing. Every man you deal with further taints your already poor image of men. When I ask you about good faith, if I just go completely empathic, you sound kind of like a tough cookie. How about that? Mm-hmm. That's the nicest way I can put it. But you're 32. Mm-hmm. And do you want to have children? Do you want to have to work?
No.
Right. And how much do you make? I mean, do you make over 6 figures?
80.
80?
Yeah, over 80.
All right. I mean, better than the average person, but you ain't balling. But oh my gosh, I'm gonna move you to the side, ladies and gentlemen. Remember when I talked about the eternal sevens? The women who are making in that 65 to 90 range, from 27 to 35, who become hell on wheels to men. The ones that are just above, they're kind of the adjustable 6 level. They're friends with the 8s, 9s, and 10s. When they got married, they never had a man that could quite measure up to what they felt like they deserved. And they were up here and all the men were down here. I don't just make this stuff up. Therapy, ma'am. Therapy would be a great place for you to start, because if you don't, I don't know why you don't, you're going to work. Let me just go ahead. You're going to work. No one, there's high value man, the man that can make the kind of money to allow his wife to not work. After how many children do you want to have?
3.
It's not going to happen. 300. And what, do you live in Texas?
No, California.
Oh, no. Yeah. No. Work. You'll be working. And that's a good thing. 72% of mothers in this country work either full-time or part-time. Finding a man that can deal with you would be a blessing. That's not an insult, ma'am.
Right.
But it's a paradigm shift. You're trying to find a man that's on your level, and black women, they're just, you just don't have it in the numbers like that, especially at your age. So therapy would be a very good place to start. And understanding it, 32 years old, making $80,000 in California, you ain't balling. You're average. That's not an insult.
Right.
$80,000 in Texas would be $40,000. That would be what an average, normal, middle-class person makes. But you don't come across like that. You come across almost like you just, okay. All right. Hope that helped.
Thank you.
Hope that helped.
It did.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
Keep in touch. Let me know what happens. Bye-bye.
Will do. Thank you so much, Kevin.
Bye-bye.
Wow. What episode. And hopefully this woman got the good old reality check and it clicked in her brain like she desperately needed. Kevin's like, yeah, nah, listen. Looking at this, yeah, you going to be working. I don't know if you think you're going to be snatching a high value man making $1 million a year, but it ain't really happening. But crazy episode. I want you guys to please leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Make sure you guys like and subscribe if you guys haven't already, and turn on post notifications. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.